Artichokes. People either love them or they've got no idea what to do with them. Today, I'm going to show you one of my favorite family recipes, Italian artichokes. By the end of this episode, you're going to know how to prep them, cook them, and most importantly, how to eat them properly. So stick around. This is one of those recipes your family is going to be asking you for again and again. The next step is prepping the artichokes. Super easy. First of all, we're going to take about an inch off the top of the artichoke, just like this. With a serrated knife, just cut down in a straight line at that inch and a half spot on the artichoke. Just like so. And then we're going to take the artichoke and we're just going to spread this apart with our hands. When we make the stuffing is going to go inside all the leaves. Next, with our knife, we're going to take just this little bit of bottom off of the stem, and that's going to get tossed out. And then we're going to cut the stem again right around here, right at the base of the artichoke. Clean it up a little bit, and we're not going to toss this out because this part here is very, very delicious. It's very tender, so as we cook it, this is going to be one of the best parts to eat at the end of our cooking. At the base of the artichoke, we're just going to remove these small, tiny leaves at the bottom. And every artichoke's a little bit different. And technically, you don't have to do this. I just like to make it look really nice and neat and clean. So the base of the artichoke is going to look like this. And the top of the artichoke is going to be nice and loose like this. So the next step is to build the filling for the artichokes. Very simple ingredients. Italian breadcrumbs, feel free to use your own if you got them. Eggs, parsley, garlic, Pecorino Romano cheese, salt, pepper, and olive oil. All right, so we've added our breadcrumbs to a bowl. I'm not going to give you the exact measurements for everything because this is really to taste, and it's not an exact science. So add the breadcrumbs to a bowl, add your Pecorino Romano. I like a nice, generous amount of Pecorino Romano. With a fork, I'm going to give that a little mix up there. Next, I'm going to add parsley. Again, I like a good amount of parsley. I'll give you the approximate amounts in the description that I used, but this is, again, up to you and up to your taste. Add the garlic. I love garlic, so this is pretty heavy on garlic. It's about 8 cloves in there. Maybe a little bit too much garlic for some people. Mix all that together. Add some black pepper. And right here, I'm gonna give this a little taste. Okay, it's delicious. I'm not going to add any salt. I think these breadcrumbs are seasoned and there's plenty of salt in there. You taste yours. If you like extra salt, you can add it. Today, I'm not going to. Next, I'm going to add olive oil. I've already taken the top off the olive oil, so this pours a little bit better. And I'm going to be pretty generous with the olive oil. And now I'm going to stir this together. And what I'm aiming for here is a sand-like consistency. I don't want to add all the olive oil at once. Kind of want to add it a little bit at a time and keep moving this around. Now keep in mind, the olive oil gives this a lot of flavor. I'm going to add some olive oil again in the dish. We are going to put it in the water. And that's about what you want right there. You see that kind of sticky, sandy consistency? I'm going to add a little bit more, though. Honestly, olive oil never hurt anybody. That's good. These ingredients together are comfort food. And if you get in there, you'll see exactly the type of texture this is supposed to be. And that's pretty much where we want to be right there. Now, my family, we put eggs in this recipe. I know a lot of people don't, but I like it, and here's why. When the stuffing goes into the artichokes, the eggs bind everything together, and each leaf gets this kind of packaged together taste of breadcrumbs that kind of fuse to each leaf. So I like to add them, and I'm going to add them here and show you how we do it. The number of eggs, I'm guessing I'm going to need 2 or 3 here, so we'll see. I'm going to start with the 2 and go from there. With everything else in cooking, you can always add more, but it's usually impossible to take stuff out. And I don't want too many eggs. The eggs are not the eggs are just a small binder. Yeah, I think 1 more will be perfect. Let's add that extra egg in here. Oh, got a shell. Let me get that shell out. All right, mix that all together. All right, and at this point, I'm going to use the best kitchen tool that we have, my hands. And the reason I'm going to use my hands is I feel like when you're using your hands, you can really feel the texture of everything. And if I were to explain this to you, this feels right now like wet sand. The wetness is all coming from the egg. And it should feel literally like you're in a sandbox and it just rained. That is perfect and smells out of this world already. So that's it. That is the stuffing. Now that our stuffing is done, we're going to stuff the artichokes. Pretty simple concept. We're going to take each artichoke, and if you remember, we pried them apart so the leaves are nice and loose. And the concept here is we're going to take all the stuffing and stuff it inside between each of the leaves. It's a little bit long process, and what we're going to do here is we're going to actually stuff it on top of this bowl because it gets a little bit messy. And then I'm going to take the bowl that we're going to cook in, and when I'm done, place these in that bowl. Okay, so taking the artichoke, I'm going to take the stuffing and just pry leaves apart as I sprinkle everything on top. This is kind of my first step here. And because of the egg and the oil, as this cooks, all this stuffing on each leaf is going to turn into an individual serving of artichoke and stuffing for each leaf that gets pulled up and is eaten. And the eating part is the most fun. I'm going to show you that at the end of the video. So that first layer is done. I'm going to kind of separate these now. And as you're eating the artichoke, you'll find that as you get to the center of the artichoke, the leaves become more tender and the flesh is a little bit softer. But that center part here that was in the middle of the artichoke, that part there, we don't eat. That's called the choke. I guess it's called the choke because it can choke you. Keep flattening that out. And you can see how big and blooming this artichoke has become with all the stuffing in there. And you want to be generous too. That looks really nice. I'm gonna get in there and just pop that in there, just like that. All right, so take a look in the pot there. What I did is I arranged them so that they're all standing upright. Now, they're not too tight, but they're all pushed together nicely so that they're going to be able to steam inside there and not fall over when they're cooking. It's important that the artichokes don't flip over during the cooking process, so there is a little bit of planning ahead to know how many artichokes to use with the pot that you're going to use. This pot here I know holds about 4 artichokes, so it's perfect for a 4 artichoke recipe. Finally, I'm going to take these stems and just put the stems inside some of these pocket holes here, and they're going to cook in with the artichokes. All right, so now that the artichokes are in the pot, we're going to move over to the stove and get this cooking. Next, I'm going to add an inch of water to the pot, being careful not to pour the water directly on top of the artichokes. Then top off each artichoke with a little more olive oil. Next, we're going to cook on medium heat for about 45 minutes. Periodically open the lid to make sure that there's enough water at the bottom to prevent burning. After about 45 minutes, turn off the heat, plate, and serve. All right, so we're all done. When the artichokes come out, you can serve them up in bowls or one big bowl. When we eat them now, typically we'll just take the artichoke like this, and people will grab individual portions and put them on their plate. Now, go ahead. Go ahead. As you can see, the leaves all have the different breading on there. This leaf has a lot of breading. So take a look at that. The leaf, you can see, has all those nice breading. So you can scoop up the breading on the leaf, and then with your teeth, you're going to scrape off the flesh of each artichoke. So I'm going to grab some more of these. What do you think, Luke?
It's really good.
You're a artichoke expert. Be honest. What's the positives and negatives of this one?
Positives? Breading is not too salty, but not too dull. Perfect. The flesh is really good, nice too. Very nice texture. And to be honest, no negatives.
Yeah, the flesh is cooked well. You want it to go for about 35 to 45 minutes and make sure that it's enough time. Now, one thing I want to tell you is make sure that you check the pot and there's always some water at the bottom. You don't want that bottom to burn. These are really good. The inner leaves, as you get closer to the center, those inner leaves have a little bit more soft flesh to them. So if you remember before, I mentioned the choke. We got the artichoke, we got the leaves, and then we have this part over here. This is where the heart is located. This center part here, we don't eat. I'm going to take that out. So first I'm going to remove some of these leaves. You're going to town, huh? All right, so I'm going to take these leaves off. Let me actually put these leaves in the bowl. Oh my goodness. Go ahead. You want to eat those while I'm talking? Mm-hmm. All right. Oh, one more too. Really good. That's called the choke. That part we do not eat. So I'm going to remove that. I remember as a kid, I used to love artichokes just like him. And everybody always left these at the end. My cousins didn't eat it, and very few people grabbed it. For me, this is the best part. I'm going to take a fork, right? And we're just going to scoop that choke right out. And it comes out pretty easily. I'm going to actually show you like this, right? So the choke will be removed, and then you have what I think is the real choke. So first let me take that out. That we do not eat. And now, in the artichoke, you're going to see this. It's almost like little hairs. And these hairs we do not eat either. But what's under the hairs is the real treasure. So when you take the hairs away, kind of the same concept. You're going to kind of get under them and pull up. Let me grab a spoon's actually a better tool for this. You're not stopping, huh? I'm going to remove half so they can see. All right. So when you start to remove this part, you're going to notice you can actually get right under it and take this out. And it'll come out almost in one piece. Just like that. Good. Anything else there? Nice. So what you're left with is this. And this is the heart of the artichoke. So when you go to the grocery store and you buy artichoke hearts for your salad, it's this part right here. And it is delicious. At this point, everything else here, I'm going to remove a little bit at the bottom because it's a little bit tough. And then this heart here is completely edible, and I think is the kind of treasure of the artichoke. You want some, Luke? Mm-hmm. Here, grab a spoon. Try it. Thanks. So it's very tender. Now this part here, you may want to sprinkle a little bit of salt on it because this is the part that didn't really get much salt. It's the most protected part of the artichoke. It is so tender, so delicious. Get that olive oil soaked inside. It's really, really good. So when you do make the artichokes, do not toss this out. Make sure that you take full advantage of the full artichoke, which is this part right here too. So what do you think? You got a little treat for artichokes outside of a holiday. Artichokes we typically make on a holiday like Thanksgiving, Christmas, but to be honest, you can make these any time of year. They're good year-round. They're actually quick, easy, and only a few simple ingredients. So thanks for watching. We appreciate all of your support. Please subscribe and join us next time for Real Plates, Real Life. I hope you make these at home with your family. They're going to love them. You're not going to stop eating. You ate almost that whole bowl?
I have to keep on eating.
They are good. Let me try one more here. Okay. See you next time.